Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today in my last video I promised you slides, and slides is what we're going to do. So I have an array of goodies on my table, and I mean I could just sit and look at it, to be honest. So we're going to make something, and we're going to do it first hand. So I haven't prepped this, I haven't tried it before, so yeah. If it's real today, I'm keeping it real. I mean, I always keep it real. If we go wrong, we're going to wing it. That's what we always do. We're just going to wing it. So, let's get into what we're going to be using. So, as you can see on my desk, I have got loads and loads of products. I have my Tim Holtz snippets, the curators and the numbers. I need to look up what they're called because I can't remember. But I know that they're the curator ephemera. I also have some of the Halloween backdrops, the 2023. I have a Sizzix, move my wipes out the way. I have a Sizzix embossing folder, a texture fades that I might use. This one's called Tapestry, just because I think it looks really spooky. I've got out some of the, I believe these are photo booth. I'm sure they are, I think they are. And I will tag it down below. My other specimen video that I laminated a load of bugs. I've got those out as well because, well, bugs can be creepy, can't they? So I might use them. I don't know yet. I've just grabbed a load of things. I might not use them. I might use them. I don't know. I have two backgrounds here that I made whilst watching a Tim's live that I haven't done anything with all his new products. So there's the stamp and the fractured stencil and some of his new stamps and stuff like that. So I might use those as book plates that you can put in your junk journal, but I'm not sure yet, so we're going to keep those handy. I also have some of the paper dolls and some of the portraits as well, but I think these are going to be too big, so I don't think I'm going to use those. I have already cut out some dies from the file folders. I don't know which ones I'm going to use yet, so I have a little selection, and I think that's it. Some mummy cloth, some other bits, but I'll tell you what I'm using when we go through, because I don't want to get it all out and I don't use it all. So right, so first off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a piece of patterned paper. Let's put that aside. Let's move those up. Now I kind of want that. Perfect. Oh, that looks like the ledger stamp. Love it. Yeah, I might use that as well. I quite like that as well. I think that's it. I've got three's enough. I think I'm going to use these two. And this is going to be the page that it's on. Do you know what? I could actually use all three because, yeah, I could. Because I need a belly band as well. So I'm going to do some distressing to this first, because this is the main part. So the packaging, the paper came in, so it's just the packaging. Oh, but I might want to use forest moss and a bit of rusty hinge just to give it that tinge. Or I might use the normal distress. So I'm just gonna dab some ink and get my water, just move it around the paper with my finger, except now this paper's got lines in, so I've got a funny feeling I'm going to get lines. We'll see. Let's see. Just a dab and a dab. I'm not pushing down hard. That's perfect. Right, now I'm just going to get my heat tool and then I'll be back. Right, so that's all dry and it just gives it a cool effect. And I just thought I want to use, what have I got? I've got candied apple. I think I'm going to go for lumberjack plaid. I just want a little bit of red on here in the oxide, just a teeny weeny bit. I'm just going to spread it out. That's it, and I'm just going to give it a dry. And there's the red splats. I think this video is going to be a long one. I think I might have to do it in 2 parts. So basically what I want this to be is, this is a wall in a house. So I want to distress the edges, and I'm going to get my distressing tool out for this because I love using my scissors for the small bits, but my distressing tool is gonna maybe even rip the paper, which I mean I'm gonna rip it anyway because I want there to be a rip coming down the middle. Worn wallpaper. Right, now I think as well as backing the slides, I think I'm going to need a sliver of this in the background as well. So I'm going to use the white part for behind the photos because the photos are black and white. So let me turn it around that way because I don't want that bit. So I reckon 3.5 inches will be more than enough to have in said background, and that's going to go behind there. So I'm going to just distress the top because that's all you're going to see, and I'm not bothered about the rip. And I'm just going to distress colour this as well with the vintage photo. The paper through the ink so it comes along the top. So again, just drag like that, and then it seeps into the paper all along the top. So I'm going to give that a dry. Right, so I've just laid a little bit of the lumberjack plaid, but I want this to be a little bit darker because I want this to be dried on. So I have these re-inkers. They're the old type re-inkers. I've had them for years. So I took walnut stain and I mixed it with a little bit of water and a teeny weeny bit of the I think I've got antique linen and vintage photo of the old re-inkers, and I think they're the old re-inkers or they're just distress ink, but they are literally, I don't know if there's a date on, but 2004. Haha, 2004. But I love them, absolutely love them. So I've put some in a spray bottle. I just want to darken up the lumberjack plaid. So I'm just mixing it in. And now I'm just... Oh, look at that! Oh my gosh. Oh, that is so cool. Right, I'm just doing the little teeny weeny. So we have some drips, just like that. Perfect. That's perfect. Oh, and now I'm going to dry it off again. Right, now that's all dry. Oh, how cool is that? So basically, you're just going to see a V of it. So that's why I have only gone... Oh, look, when it's all wet. Oh, crumbles and nom, 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 nom. Right, perfect. So this... Right, so basically, I'm going to... down the middle, take that little bit out, and then I want that to peek through like that, so it looks like the wallpaper has ripped. So I think I'm going to see, I could get away with, yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I've folded it first, so let's fold this bit so we know. So we know what we need. And I don't mind that it's all folded separate either. That's fine by me. And then that is going to just sit there like that. So this, I don't need all of this. So if I... trim some of it off and then de-stress it, I'm going to use all the scissors to just roll it basically once, and then that's going to get glued on there like that. So that is perfect. Ah, I love it. Right, so I'm going to glue that on there, and then I'm going to get some of my texture paste and just go over these edges with some texture paste. But first, I'm going to get some art glitter glue, and I'm just, now we know where we're going to fold it, so I'm just going to turn it over. I'm not even going to touch it because I don't want it to affect where I folded it. And I'm not gluing near the fold because I might want to fold it a bit more. So like I've got a bit of a gap going down the side. Right, so we want this to be at the top of the paper. Oh, look at that. It's just too cool. Right, And then this bit we've got folded, this bit we've got folded, and then I'm going to rip that so that looks like it's been folded a bit more. This bit as well. That's what I meant by not actually gluing it down all the way, because then you can pull it about and make it really look like it's been ripped, just ripped off the wall. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my grit paste, Crypt, and I'm going to get, if I can find it, here it is, my spatula, and I'm just going to go round the insides as well, because I want it to look like it's had some wallpaper paste on it. But it also covers, once I've covered it and painted it with some distress ink, it also covers the patterned paper behind, which is what I'm really looking for. Right, I'm just going to turn the paper upside down, and I'm just going to go inside, because I don't want any of the pattern paper showing. And then I'm going to do the same on this side as well. And you know what I'm like for grunge, love me grunge, so I'm going to do perfect. Drag some down from there, and I'm going to do the same on the brick, just so, I don't think I quite need that much, just so it looks like there's scoop some of that off. I just want it to look like there's a bit of wallpaper paste on there. And I don't know, can you see all the texture on there? And I've just basically covered it with some texture Crypt paste. And now I just want to go around the corners. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to put it on, but then I'm just going to go and just cause loads of texture. Now you can do this also with a paintbrush and just, can you see how it's lifting? And then you can move bits over as well. I mean, use an old paintbrush. And then you get a lot more texture. And you can also slide bits if you want and move bits down, because I kind of want it so it looks like it's just proper on the corner. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Right, now I am what I want to do is I'm going to pick up, I've still got some of this ink here, look. So I'm just going to pick some of it up and just, while it's still here, put it round the edges of the paper. I've decided that I want some more texture. So I've just put a V of Crypt paste. I'll get one of my paint brushes, and I'm just holding it up so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to go down the middle and kind of push to the side. And then push that up. And then that's going to look like, can you see that? It's going to look like a little crevice in the wall. Ooh, right, now I am going to let it dry. This is nice and dry. So we're going to leave this for a minute and we're going to do some decorating down here. Now I am going to do some stamping first. Right, so I've got 3 sets. I've got Foreboding and Unraveled and Rest in Peace. So the first one I'm going to do, and I think this is where the forest moss comes in because of the green in the wallpaper. So I'm going to get my acrylic block, get my ink out. It's a little bit chilly this morning in my old craft room, and I think we're going to have the identification first. We're just going to have it just there because I just want them in the background. Right, so I have this Foreboding and it's got these swirls, so I want one of these. It doesn't quite fit on my ink pad, so my acrylic block, so I'm going to put it on diagonal. Give it a good old stamp. And then I'm just going to put this in this corner. And I'm not too bothered if it's patchy. That doesn't bother me at all. And I'm going to use the splatter stamp as well. I got a plaster on this morning because I went to open my door on my washing machine and it's got like a cupboard in front of it, and it ripped my nail lower than my nail bed, and it hurts. So yeah, I've got a plaster on. I'm just going to give this a quick dry, and I'm going to do the splatters in the forest green as well, because we've got splats from we've got splats from the inking that I did. So I'm going to put some just round, and then just round there. Now I'm going to find some ephemera just to put in this corner, but I need to be aware. I'm going to trim this down because I don't want it to be as long as the sheet of paper. So I reckon, there you go, and half of that spider web is covered now anyway. So let's see if I can, perfect. And then I want that just on there like that. And then you're going to be able to tuck your stuff underneath. I'm going to distress that up in a minute. I'm just going to put some ephemera down here like that. But it's the glossy stuff. So I'm going to get my sander and just sand around the edges. Because then it makes it slightly porous, so that your Distress ink will sit on it nicely. So I think we're going to have that one there. I could have a label coming out of the top. I'm just going to trim this up a little bit. And then that can go there. Right, I'm going to pick out a few bits of ephemera and then I'll be back. So I'm going to distress them. I'm going to get out my piece of packaging again and get my vintage photo. And then I'm just going to do what I did before and kind of drag it along the edges, just like that. I'm going to put that on the bottom to dry, and then I'm going to do some to the others as well. Right, now I'm going to dry these bits. This is dried near enough already. Right, so I have distressed a couple of pieces. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go round with the vintage photo and a dauber. Just to take away some of the white. And I'm going to do the same on these. I don't really think this one needs it so much, neither does this one, so I'm going to leave those. And then, right, I've got my black soot in Distress Oxide, and I'm going to edge it all with black. I don't want it going too deep, just an edging. Right, so now I'm going to get my art, and I'm not going to go to the edge because I want to put stuff tucked underneath. So I'm going to put that there, and then I'm going to edge this too. And this time I'm just going to distress the edges with my scissors. Just going to tuck this one in there. And then I do the same with this. And then go round the edges. I'm just going to put that on there. I also want something, oh, just dropped my scissors and my ink. I also want something just underneath it as well, so I'm going to put this ticket in upside down. Now, I'm not bothered that it's upside down because we're in the spooky land and anything goes. No rules. I want it upside down because I want the writing. So let's ink the top. And then I'm just gonna I know I didn't glue to the edge, so come on. That's it. And slide it over. So we've got a little crease. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Right, and now do we want that in there? Maybe not, but that I think so. So first off, I'm gonna distress the edges. Then I'm just gonna add some droplets and dry, and then edge it with the black, and then glue it down. And when it's glued down is the best time to just make the edges a little bit more grungy. Just push your tweezers in and just lift the corners like that. I love it. Just looks so worn, like it's been there for so long. That's where the belly band's going to go, but I might want just a bit of a rip there, and maybe one of the things I love about Halloween is just grunge it. And then I'm just going to lightly go over the top with the black soot. Ta-da! Oh, I love it. I might need some more. Do I? Do I need some more? Yes, you do, Toni. Everybody needs more. Right, that's that one. Oh, good, good, good. My favourite number stamps are in here anyway. Cool, cool, cool. Right, I'm going to do these in the Nocturne because there's not a lot of black on here at the minute. So this one I'm just going to put just down there. And then where should we put this one? Along here maybe. Down here. Or along this side, because this side isn't going to be covered by the belly band. Right, and now I want just another number. I'm just going to put that one there. Cute. Right, now filed, I'm going to put down here. It's a bit wonky, but I don't care. Right, so I think that's enough for the stamping. And now, I also think that's enough. Oh, we'll see. Right, we'll keep that out and we'll see. I don't need these. Let's put these back. Oh, maybe that. Oh, we'll keep that out as well. And we'll keep that out. We'll see. We'll see. Right, so I'm going to put this aside for a minute. And I'm just going to use the rest of this. And I'm going to do the belly band now. Right, let's try that. Right, so that's all distressed. And with this one, because it's a long one, and I've left it a little bit damp in places, so it distresses even more, but like over the ink. Right, now, and I'm going to use this just on one edge, and then this is what happens when you wing it. You see, there's no organisation. Right, now on this one, I think I'm going to put a little bit of writing first. Let's put it on this block properly. Now, I haven't inked it all, which is just fine. And then I'm going to put this over there, and that's just how I want it. So just in places. Perfect. And then I'm going to put this on this side. It doesn't matter that you can't really see it. I literally just want it in the background. And then I want this one because I absolutely love this one. And I think I'm going to go the other way. Perfect. Now when these dry, they are just going to fade into the background. I need a number because I've got this here and nothing, that's the only black I've got on it. So, right, let me get my piece of paper. I'm just going to, oh, look at that for a fit. Just along the top, like that. I'm going to have the little one, if he sticks. Oh, look. Oh, it's like there was made for it. Oh, that's what I call winning. And then, if I can get my lid back on my VersaFine, I'm going to get my black soot out and just go around the edges. is my belly band. Right. I don't want to glue this down just yet. So I'll put that over there. I'm going to get this back. And then I'm going to get my piece of plastic back. And again with the lumberjack, again with the lumberjack plaid. And then I'm going to ink in some walnut stain. And then a bit of water. And I'm just going to mix it round. Because I want some different coloured reds. And what I might do is, bear with me. Right, so I have my lumberjack plaid distress spray as well. So I've never used this before. Oh, that's a lovely colour. Right, so again, with some water, and I've at the minute different shades of red around there. So now I'm going to get a smaller paintbrush and I'm going to take just some of the red and I'm just going into the wall, and then I'm going to take some of the darker, the vintage photo, and just going over the edge of the crypt paste, just following it just kind of around the edge. I'm going to get some plain water as well, just to give it. Can you see how when you add just a little bit of plain water, it just gives it a little bit more movement. I want some red. tinsy wincy splats, which is all I want around the edge. Right, I'm going to give it another dry. And there we have our crypt gruesome wall of something trying to get through. Right, now that I just want to, because it's like really white, I'm just going to side because I might need it. Right, so that's the base done. At the end I am going to stick it to a piece of chipboard, so I'm just going to put this up there, and now I'm going to do the slides, and I think I'm going to do two slides. And oh, shall I do them in the green, or I'm going to do them in the green? Let's stick to the theme. Right, so put that up there. And let's fold this in half. I'm just going to put that aside for now, because I want to pick out the paper dolls. I don't think, no. Where's my booklet? Right, so I've got my sticker book. Gonna use skull faces. So I don't want them too big. They're too big, they're too big. Too big, too big, too big. Is that around about the same size head? Right, so I want to make the thing the same colour as the paper doll. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my antique linen ink, just a little daub, because this stuff, you don't need a lot. Right, and then I'm going to get another paintbrush, if I can find one. Give a little bit of, look at that, perfect. And I'm just gonna, I don't need to do them all, because I'm gonna cut off the bottom half of him. I'm just gonna go around the edge. Give him a quick dry. He looks all matching. Side, and let him dry. And we need to find one more skeleton sticker. And then we want that. Just like that. She's got the yellow tinge with the antique linen, and at least the skull doesn't look too out of place. And there we have our female ghost. So I'm going to put her up there. And now I'm going to tidy up and we're going to get onto our slides.